Tokai geckos get this terrible reputation of being these aggressive, bitey animals you don't want as pets. My goal today is to show you that there's so much more to them than that, and they can make such rewarding pet reptiles. What's up everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Dion and you're watching Reptiliatus. Friends, today we're doing a very exciting update. I know I always say it's exciting because I think it is, it really is. We're doing a very exciting update on the Tokai geckos. If you didn't realize what's behind me, it's a Tokai gecko enclosure. And so much has been happening in the last few months in that enclosure. Everything from 2 adult animals that are coming a long way in their taming process to several other animals that have hatched and are now living in there with them. That's right, if you're unaware, I now have several baby Tokai geckos, and these are separate from the Tokai twins because these offspring are parented by Tiki and Torch, whereas the Tokai twins' mother is Moana, if you recall, who unfortunately passed away many years ago. I'm excited because in this video we're going to be combining daylight footage like this and nighttime footage like this. So I think it should make things really interesting because we'll be able to observe and see how the animals are doing during the day, because they are willing to do some eating and things like that, interacting with me in the daytime. And then we'll switch and kick things into gear with the night vision camera to observe the offspring. But before we do that, as always, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dion. I make videos about specialty pets such as reptiles, amphibians, and different kinds of cool invertebrates. So if that's something you're interested in learning about, definitely consider subscribing down below and then dinging the little notification bell afterwards so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Alright everyone, let's get right into the video. I'm thrilled to show you what they're up to. Oh hey guys! Well, if you know your way around my reptile room, you realize that you're actually in Tiki and Torch's enclosure. We're gonna go ahead now and do a little bit of hand taming with the animals now and see how they react. Now, we've discussed taming these animals quite a few times in the past. I have quite a few videos on taming Tokai geckos. He thinks the plant is food. Come on. Keep coming, Mr. Teeks. There you go. Come on, buddy. He's He attacked the camera. Okay, let's try that again. So, as I was saying, we've discussed taming Tokays quite a few times in my content. I actually have a taming Tokai gecko playlist. You can check it out in the link up above there. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit of that because we try to maintain a good relationship with these animals as much as possible. They have a pretty defensive temperament naturally, but when we can, we'll work on that to promote having positive interactions with the animals. So here we have 2 tomato hornworms. Conveniently, both Tiki and Torch are on this pane of glass. So I'm gonna see if they'll both stay. They're catching the UVB rays over there. I have a hunch that both of them will probably run away, but I'm hoping that they'll stay once they see that I'm offering them food. Tiki, I can already tell, is he thinks I have food because he recognizes the tongues, as you can see. But Torch, there she goes. Oh, and I guess there's a baby there. Well, since she's shy and she's still kind of around, I think what we'll do is try and give Torch hers first. Kind of get it out of the way. I can see her right through the plant. Here she comes. Torch, come on over here. Do you want a hornworm? I know you do. Come on. Whoa, nice. Oh, what the heck just happened? Let's try that again, shall we? Torch? No, Tiki. Get out of there. You're not stealing anything from Torch. Cheeky bugger. Oh my goodness, Torch. Tokays like to slam their food a lot, so you may notice that she's gonna do that. Tiki, what are you doing? Such a silly goose, buddy. And he is excited to eat. I love this guy. So handsome. Okay, so Torch is down there still. Tiki. Well, she's finishing up her hornworm. Mr. Teeks, are you about to hop away there? Mr. Teeks, Hi. Whoa. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, he's on top of my phone. Oh, you're hilarious, dude. He wants a hornworm, plain and simple. Alright, Mr. Tiki, if you want a hornworm, you gotta hop onto my hand, buddy. A little bit of conditioning for you and you get the treat. Don't mind all my scratches from the tree monitors. Been doing a lot of interacting with them. If you want to see a video on that, you can check it out. Thanks so much for all the positive feedback from you guys on that last video with them. Hey buddy, you gonna come over here? Look. Wow, you just had to eat that in private. Ooh. You had to eat that in privacy, I guess. Over the last year, Tiki and Torch have been producing quite a few offspring. As mentioned previously, there are currently 4 young Tokay geckos living in this enclosure with their parents. Now I'm going to show you that it doesn't stop there, as this cork tube houses a clutch of eggs and Torch just laid another 4 offspring and 4 eggs. Things are getting very busy in this enclosure. Torch. Hi, Torch. Come on. Good girl. Because of the unfortunate events surrounding the passing of Moana, Tiki's former mate back in 2019, I've been taking extra steps to prevent any loss of life again. I highly suspect that Moana's death was caused due to a calcium deficiency while laying eggs as she seized. During reproductive cycles, Torch is offered frozen thawed pinky mice on a regular basis, as these are loaded with calcium, phosphorus, and beneficial fats. Ever since I made the decision to offer her pinkies every few weeks, I've noticed 2 great things. One, she holds her weight a lot better after laying a clutch of eggs, and secondly, she's actually producing more eggs. Win-win if you ask me. Alright guys, before we switch to the night vision camera, I just want to show you real quick. You can see the clutch through the crack here. And then we have 2 of the young Tokay babies. So these are the 2 generations of clutches. So we have this juvenile animal and its sibling, happens to be on the back wall over there. And then we have these tiny little guys, which are the most recent clutch. There's 2 of them as well in the enclosure. And then of course we have Tiki and Torch that are side by side in the dark. And I think they're on the glass because they know that I'm probably going to start feeding everybody again. But let's see if we can grab some crickets for those little dudes. They're usually there because they lap up all the water from the monsoon when it goes off. Let's see if we can do a bit of tongue feeding with these little juniors over here. Okay everybody, so I've got some freshly gut loaded crickets. They've been eating some nice leafy greens. You can see some of it left there. They're super gut loaded. I just have to put them in a bag. And then we're going to be giving them some Rapashi Calcium Plus. Not sponsored or anything. That's going to be the supplementation they're getting. I'm just going to shake a bunch of that in there. And then we're just going to lightly, gently coat the crickets. Perfect. Let's go ahead and offer these to the Tokay geckos. I do want to just see if I'm able to come in here and tongue feed one of the babies for you guys. But obviously Tiki's trying to take over things, which is kind of annoying. Go away, Tiki. Here. Here, little baby. Here. Nice. Tasty. There. Nice to actually see one of the offspring enjoy a cricket. Friends, we are officially taking advantage of my night vision setting on my camcorder. Yes, this is a very old camera that fortunately came with a night vision setting. We are in complete darkness in the room right now, and we're gonna go ahead and feed the Tokay geckos. So I think it's gonna be really interesting to do it this way. So we're just looking for the Tokay geckos right now, because again, it's in pitch black darkness, which makes things very interesting. Because suddenly there might just be a gecko upon us. That'd be kind of freaky. Okay, I can see that there's one. Oh, here. Okay, so there you go. You can see how the Toki eyes look in the dark. So they dilate. And there we go. Our first takedown. I believe that is Tiki. Handsome lad. So guys, admittedly this isn't working the greatest, and that's because in complete darkness, it's very hard to have that screen as the sole source of seeing eyes in the dark. So here I am trying to find an animal to even know where they are to feed them. It's kind of problematic. So I found that by using the actual phone with the flashlight, we're able to very easily feed the animals. You see them because the flash is on and you just tongue feed them. So we're going to go back to that. We're going to revert to that now for the rest of the feedings. And then we'll do the Tokay twins. So sorry about that. But it is kind of cool to see a few feedings with the night vision on, because then you really get to see those dilated pupils, and that's quite fascinating. For today's question of the day, I'd like to ask you all if you could see me film a video on any topic using my night vision camera, what would it be and why? There's so many things that we can tap into potential-wise with this camera. The ability to film the animals, especially nocturnal ones of course, at night. It's really a cool tool and I'd love to show you guys some amazing things. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, I'll try to give your comment a heart. We can hopefully engage in a little bit of a conversation. Thank you. Whenever it's feeding night, I have such a fun time feeding all the baby Tokay geckos in this enclosure. And this tongue feeding is such a great way for me to interact with the animals and build the sort of trust that we see between the Tokay twins and myself. A little bit of this goes a long way with the persistent feeding. Naturally, I do a lot of free-range crickets in the enclosure so that the animals do have healthy hunting habits, but for these types of videos, it's a great opportunity to show you close-ups of the animals if I do the tongue feeding. Nice little eyeball licking in the background there, Torch. Awesome. As you can see, the crickets are very well gut loaded with the splash of juice that comes out of each one as they get eaten. Poor Jiminy's. Okay friends, so for the Tokay twins, we have a bunch of dusted superworms. So let's go ahead up top and oh wow, look at the glowing eyes. Let's feed them. Hello there, Tokay twin. Would you like a superworm? Sometimes they go for the shadows. Hi, you want this? Whoa, okay. Eager. Any day now. Let's make sure this one gets a worm. There you go. Oh, try again. There you go. No stealing. Don't you dare. Awesome. All right, let's keep them coming. Come on, up here. Come on. Nice. Well done. Boop. Ready for another one? No stealing. Hey. Get out of here. Come on, quick, before your sibling takes it again. There you go. Beautiful geckos. Well, friends, the Tokay twins are doing fantastic. As you can see, they've grown so much. They're going to be reproductive size in no time, and they're thriving. This won't be the first time you've heard me bring this up, but I'm left with a bit of a dilemma. As you can see, I'm producing so many Tokay geckos. So many by the standard of a hobbyist who just wants to keep a pair and produce a few here and there. And so I have to make some hard decisions. I can't just keep all the Tokays. I know it's special that these are Moana's offspring, but ultimately, I really only want to keep one pair of Tokays and let them produce and do their thing and sell off their offspring to other hobbyists who want to enjoy the pleasure that is keeping captive bred Tokays. So, I'm most likely going to have to sell the Tokay twins, and I'll be selling the other offspring that Torch and Tiki have produced as they come of age and are ready to be brought to new homes. Alright guys, perfect. Well, I think we did a good job of seeing how all the Tokay geckos are doing. Friends, before we end today's video, I want to sincerely thank all my patrons on the Patreon platform. If you've ever considered supporting this channel, the animals I keep, and what I do here, the best way you can go about doing that is naturally by purchasing some of my merch or becoming a patron on the Patreon platform. What I love about Patreon is that it gives me the opportunity to reward you for your support through different sneak peeks, discounts on that merch, or exclusive videos, thank you cards for those of you that are donating $5 and up per month, all sorts of cool features, and I'm excited to have contests and other things I'm working on with some brands. It's gonna be really cool. You'll also get a shout out in an upcoming video once you've become a patron, so that's kind of cool too. And it's my way of expressing my thanks to you, of course. So if you want to support Reptiliatus for as little as $2 a month, you can check out the link down below. But as always, your viewership, your engagement in the comment section to build our unified community is always going to be the most important thing. Now, as always, I want to give those shout outs to my newest patrons that have joined Patreon for Reptiliatus since my last video. So today we're thanking Kathy, Derek, and Ryan. Thank you so much guys for becoming my newest patrons over on the platform. Can't wait to chat with you more there and get to know you better. It's gonna be awesome. Well, there you have it friends. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching today's video on the Tokay geckos. As you can see, Tiki and Torch are in full force. They're producing lots of eggs. I really need to start thinking about selling some of these offspring. They are CITES animals, so it makes it very complicated to do so internationally. I'm going to try my best to find Canadian hobbyists that are interested in bringing Tokay geckos into their home, fathered and mothered by those incredible animals. So if you're interested, feel free to DM me on Instagram. We can talk about it there. But otherwise, I can't wait to show you all more about these animals. They're doing so fantastic, and I hope that the content that I'm producing here allows you to see that these animals aren't to be feared and misunderstood. They make really rewarding, at the very least, display animals, and they're very intelligent geckos that deserve to be cherished and appreciated in the hobby. That all being said, I'm gonna leave it there. If you want to see some videos about taming Tokay geckos that kind of helps you get to the point where I'm at with my animals, check out the playlist up above. Otherwise, can't wait to see you all next week for our next video. Take care everybody. See ya.